All right, so just to recap from last time, yeah, we got a few more ghosts since last time. Yeah, I think we got like 5 the last time we were on. Yeah, we got a Thay, Moroi, Obambo, Thay. No, 4. Yeah, because the 5th one was a dupe, and we didn't know until we plugged it into the spreadsheet. But anyways, we are 43 out of 378. We are a little more than 10% of the way completed, so we still have a ways to go. But today we're just going to be mainly doing some small maps today. And yeah, that's really about it. I can probably hide the stats for now. But yeah, let's get started. We're doing medium event frequency, long hunts. And yeah, Ridgeview we haven't really done much at all, so it'll be a good opportunity to do it. But here we go. Do this. All right, we got a Josephine Rook, so all 27 ghosties are on the table. You know what, let's bring another sound sensor, why not? Actually, we'll leave one behind, just to make it easier on the macro for bringing stuff to the front door. I only use the macro for transferring items from the truck to the front door. I don't really use it inside because that would be kind of cheesy. And that would also be against the spirit of the challenge here. But outside, it doesn't really matter. We're just trying to save time. And also, the event is over, yet we still have the green from the event. I'm pretty sure that was an issue from last year as well. So that's great to see that it's still in the game. But yeah, since the event, we can't really use a shimmy spot in the living room anymore. And that's really because of the patch there. The ghost can just walk through or loop around the couch there. And therefore, it's completely useless. I did say this was going to be for the macro. Let's see. You know what? Bring a writing book. Here we go. So, I did make a new macro since last time. And it allows me to keep the lighter while juggling multiple items. And I did a test run of it last night on like a map like Edgefield, and Apoc games are so much faster with this. It's unreal. Now, that being said, for a challenge like this, I'm not using it inside the map because that's so cheesy. But to save time out here, it's actually pretty cool. Just bringing stuff in from the truck to the front door. And I decided to make it because before I had the salt macro from before Chronicle, which is no longer used anymore because we can't get 9 salt photos anymore. So therefore it's completely useless. So why not have different set of items that, or different macro that we could use for bringing stuff from the truck to the house, and it's actually a lot nicer because you don't have to worry about the lighter anymore. But yeah, like I said, only outside is when we're permitted to use it. All right, here we go. So we're pretty much ready to go in. We get sound recorder, EMF, and firelight. Okay, so she's upstairs and it's normal. Alright, so bye-bye to these guys here. Not a Dan, not twins. She sounds fairly normal as well. There we go. Gonna do a little bit of a Galu test there. Hey, Psych, welcome in. Hello, hello. How are you today? Well, come on in. Alright, let's see. It's not a Raichu because it was still normal with the electronics. I was about to say, hope the ghosts have been treating you well, but see, we just started. Yeah, I did start quite a bit later than I normally do. And yeah, that was because something came up and I had to be on standby, so couldn't really do a stream in the afternoon like I normally do, but it was available in the evening. Not bad, hope the ghosts do treat you well. I mean, lately they have been. Yeah, lately they have been. Basically, we're on a winning streak of like a whole bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if you count the dupe, 13. So yeah, not doing too bad here. I saw you were doing a little bit of Apoc earlier. How do you find the challenge? Has it been treating you well? Also, she looks very normal. I was gonna try getting a free yokai check there, but wasn't meant to be. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna send that flying. Actually, sickening how good your RNG has been trying that, because you keep throwing in the silliest of ways. Oh, I feel you on that one. Yeah, like Apoc, you could either get like good RNG, but then, yeah, as you say, you could just like mistime something, or just forget to smudge, or forget a lighter, and just reset in absolutely bizarre ways. But then other times you could be like doing everything perfectly, and you could still get screwed over by RNG, have ghosties going in your hiding spots, and just absolutely ruin your day. Yeah, I totally get it. Oh boy. I don't know why I reset my timer there. Anyways, it shouldn't be Obake. It would have been around the timing there. And I'm not ready to call it over just yet. All right, let's see. So upstairs, center firelight motion, sound sensor, recorder, that up there. I should probably send the smudges up there as well. They'll get there, but definitely some growing pains going back to normal maps from nothing but sunny. Yeah, true. Yeah, just... Yeah, I remember going back to, like, normal games, and... Yeah, there have been times where I just click sunny. And... I go into the map, and I'm like, oh wait, this is Sunny Meadows. Oops, gotta, like, back on out of this one. I don't think I'm gonna make it there in time, but that's fine. Yeah, luckily that you do have practice with Platinum Journal, and that will definitely help you with the Apoc runs. Getting a feel for Sunny Meadows full. Alright, I think this is the time where we... I think I was just out of range. Rip. Alright. May as well look for the bone while we're here. Slam the door on myself. Nice. That was amazing. Genuinely didn't think you'd try any sort of challenge run like that until you try Platinum. Nice. Yeah, it is a different challenge. I mean, it was kind of inspired by like some of the other challenge runs out there, like Apoc. But instead of doing an all maps run, you're doing an all ghosts run. And definitely had to balance it out a little bit. Okay, so we didn't get the hunting ghost, but we did get everything else, which that's honestly fine. I need to get my photo camera. So I definitely launched over there. Yeah, no worries, like, glad to hear that you enjoyed it. drop the lighter here. Alright, so we're gonna be chilling in the closet right here. Oh, you're apparently at least in the area. Interesting. You're hungry. Well, get something to eat. Definitely love to do more maps in the future. Maybe not all, but more. Yeah, you're welcome to do, like, Platinum Journal on really just any map. Not a spirit. I know Leona and Justly have done it on, like, Tanglewood, for example. And I don't know if Leona is considering or already is doing a run on Prison. Yeah, feel free. Hey, Fireman, welcome in. Hello, hello. Tanglewood is a fun one to do Platinum. Nice. Yeah. It's definitely a lot quicker from what I've seen than Sunny. Well, for obvious reasons. Because it's a small map and not a big map. Yeah, on the small maps, it's just such a breeze. Tangle for sure was one of your thoughts since it was reworked or whatever map is released or reworked next. Yeah. I think Justly said he was planning on, like, saving some of the other maps for, like, reworks. Like, he's gonna do, like, Willow next. But we'll see. It was too late on that one. Could hit one that isn't reworked so we could compare before and after. Yeah, that's definitely one way to do it. For sure. Not a mare. Just missed it. Rip. Another light switch. Okay, I'm gonna say no Onryo. Because surely that would have been in range of the ghost there. But I'll move that a little further away. Sounds are done. She's very roamy. Let's see. EMF, Cruci, Ghost. Need Bone and one other. I didn't see many good throws, so I'm saying no to Polty. It's not a yokai. I'm saying no to Demon. You're stuck, aren't you? Nice. So ghosts getting stuck is still an issue, I see. What a lovely sound. I thought she was coming to my hiding spot here. I didn't trust it. Ooh, you definitely did try going in there. She definitely tried opening both doors there. What was going on? Okay, well, that's an issue. It's time to skedaddle. Definitely in the hallway here. Am I being stalked here? It's like, welcome in. Hello, hello. I feel like I might be getting stalked here. Psych is a masterclass of dying. Poor Psych. I'm most certainly going to burn my smudge if I did that there. Alright, I have no idea what this is. I don't think it's Mimic. I'm saying no to Yuri because it's been following me into rooms. I'm actually kind of sus of Banshee. Alright, can you do something? Where are you? Are you here? Show us. Do something. Are you here? Where are you? Not that you don't do the same thing every stream. I get it. Yeah. You all have your moments. Doesn't feel very Shade-like, but I haven't really been in a room with a ghost that much. No, I'm not gonna peek that, because that would happen. Just don't accidentally radio the ghost while in Nell's janitor closet. Alright, can you do something? Where are you? Alright. Back in my little hiding area I go. On the stairs. It's like he's very generous and purposely showing how to not be maps. I mean, it's always the repel objective. Does sneak up on you out of nowhere. An honor to teach people what not to do. There. Okay, so that's something. It's only happened 3 times. That's fair. Yeah. It all happens to it happens to all of us. Okay, so videos are done. We just need one more photo. That's gonna be the bone. We still kind of need to figure out what this thing really is. Okay, you're right here. I selected the wrong cruci. She's definitely gonna burn that one, isn't she? Maybe this one if we're lucky. Imagine we get a Goryo in the hallway up here. That would be kind of disgusting. Shadow. So photos are done. I just gotta stay here. Mike nearly gotten you a few times. Yeah, Paramite can be a little sneaky. Hi Jake, welcome in. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Is this actually a shade? No. Or was it in the other room? Now I'm questioning everything. Now this is a coin flip of all time. Banshee, Jinn, and Shade. Like, it almost feels Banshee-like because it likes to follow me. But also I haven't really ruled Shade out, like, at all. So I'm going to conclude that phone isn't in here. Okay, no breath in here. I think she did change to the bedroom there. Kind of think we should just push that room just to test for shade. Kind of have to. Actually, I'm gonna turn that off because we can pause the timer. Also, I think that lit from my own firelight. All right, we're pushing. Push! Push! Okay, right here. I really couldn't tell if you were outside or not. Okay, you should be in here. I think she might be outside again. Did you actually change rooms? I'm gonna say no to Banshee. I actually think this is a shade. Okay, you're back in here. This has got to be a shade. You're back outside. Eep. Okay, so that's what I'm going for myself right now, is that this is a shade. Alright, so now we just gotta find Bone and then we're on out of here. So we're just gonna chill in kitchen for now. That's interesting. We got a solid, a translucent, and a shadow ghost for the events. Even a couple air balls. And this is about to be a shade. Alright, we're gonna push. I'm gonna check these rooms here first. Oh, there it is. That was easy. The rain sounds on that window are absolutely disgusting. I'm gonna try something real quick while we're here. All right, let's see. There we go. Just wanted to launch some items here. All right, we're out of here. Watch this not be a shade, and we've been getting completely bamboozled because it keeps going in and out of all of these rooms here. There we go, shade in the books. It was a shade.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
And it was an utility, so that all adds up. Yeah, that was... that was a shade that wasn't really acting like a shade. But we'll take it. Let's do some Tanglewood.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
Let's go, Psych. Another one added to the collection. Just like another 334. Math is correct. 378 minus 44. Yeah, 334. Jesus Christ, I got scared of a moth. It's like, what was flying in front of my face right now? Kind of act like what they do in real life. I don't know if that counted. It did. Have you started coding the app to keep track of the ghosts? No, but I will be doing it soon. That's the plan. Yeah, for right now we're still kind of reliant on the spreadsheet. And I can really only show it at the start or the end of the stream here. Because otherwise the spreadsheet just completely lags out OBS. I don't know why that would be the case, because all it is a spreadsheet. Now, sure, there's a bunch of formulas in there, but I don't think could cause all of the frame drops that I was experiencing. But yeah, once that program is completed, then it will be a lot simpler just showing off all of the stats. And it's also a lot lighter in terms of resources. But it's gonna take a bit of time for it to be completed. But anyways, it's not a Banshee, not a Dane, not a Phantom, because we took a photo of it. Right, here we go. Airball. Well, not an Oni. Sounds normal. Also, we can still interact with doors through certain objects here. Nice. That's definitely how toilets work. Alright, we're just gonna grab some of these guys here. Spawning somewhere over there, so should be okay to just get all this stuff in here. Guess it could technically be a Galu. That's one thing we gotta be a little careful with. Okay, right there. What? Okay, so that's a spot where crucies can just fall through the ground. Nice. Love it when that happens. I didn't know that would be an issue on Tanglewood. Yeah, just don't drop your crucies in that little spot right there, because it will fall through the ground. Yeah, classic kinetic games, and I already had a translucent. Yeah, it was like right around here. Yeah, you don't want to place a crucie right here, because otherwise it can fall through the ground. Raichu? Yeah, it's a Raichu. Let's see, do I have a Raichu on here? No. This will be our first Raichu of Tanglewood. Alright, well, I'm gonna see if I can recover the crucie. Because maybe it's back in the truck. Hey, Inquis, welcome in. Hello, hello. I'll go to the games. This is our second one of the day here. Yeah, first one went all right. We had a shade that was in upstairs Ridgeview here, which that was fun. Nice. It's not here. But yeah, so far we have a Raichu now. I lost a crucie. It fell through the ground on Tanglewood, which I didn't think that would be an issue here, but it apparently is one. Only issue where... What am I saying? Guess the other possible location I could look is maybe the 0 position. Single crucie challenge next. I mean, I did do my one away challenge a while ago, and that was basically the same thing. Except we just had one tier 2 crucie instead of tier 3. No bad ants. I'll take it. I kind of hesitated, so we're just gonna stay here for now. Also, what is going on with this video clip here? Interesting. Sounds says the door moved, but it's like a... It's almost like a... It's almost like black paint. Just over the film. It's weird. Oh, Ghosty is playing with the drill in there. And I am cutting it very close. There's the bone. I missed the photo. I gotta be careful with media now, because I took a duplicate photo and I missed a photo. Here we go, bone has been acquired. And I think we just chill in bathroom for now. Just wait for events. Sure, that works. That vase looked like a remains urn. Where did I throw it? But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the vase does kind of look like that. All right, Ghosty, I'm ready. Can you do something? Where are you? Are you here? Show us. Do something. Are you here? Where are you? Well, it's not a mare. Can roll that out. I think it's just an urn. It's where you put the ashes in. I think that's what it's called. Just an urn. Let's see, Firelight Cruci for videos. Can you do something? Where are you? Are you here? Ask the ghost if it likes pineapple on pizza or dubstep. Do you like either of those things? Not really getting a response here. Yep, still can't interact with the shower here. Unless the breaker is on. Which, apparently that's a requirement for the showers on Tanglewood. That works without power. Can you do something? Well, it certainly didn't like me flushing the toilet multiple times. Showing off the ability to just cancel flushes mid-flush. Can you do something? Where are you? Can you do something? Wait, it's a hunt. Yeah, we're trying to get a ghost event during a hunt here. Yeah, because that's how they all work, right? Yeah, it certainly is doing something. Already got hunting audio, so we don't need that anymore. Pathing's a little erratic. I don't know how I feel about that. Show us, do something. Are you here? Where are you? You're in the living room right now. I'm going. Ow! Wanted that. Okay, so I found the other cruci. It most certainly still works. Balls. Now Such a good opportunity to not blow it. Can't record it because it's like underneath the floor here. I don't think I can take a photo of it either. Got it. Nice. Videos are done. We're out of here. Goodbye. I don't know why that was so funny, buddy, but okay. All right, so that's everything. It should be a Raichu. There we go. Wonderful. It's a brand new one. It was a 20-minute game. It was apparently dining room, which was technically true, but that's because the hallway going into the dining room is part of the dining room. But anyways, I want to see how repeatable that spot is when it comes to cruces. That makes you mad. Yeah, this entire section, this is considered dining room. Yeah, all the way up until this little line here. Which is kind of weird, but oh well. The other alternative would have been singing that as a different ghost room. Interesting. Now it's not doing it at all. Unless I had to place it down? No ants in this house. Oh, I got a little bit of a bounce there. So does it have something to do with the toilet brush then? Like it hits it a certain way and then it just goes through the ground? Oh, nice. We can hang it from the toilet paper roll. Wonderful. Looks like a toilet paper roll decoration. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's part of the toilet paper holder itself. And then the bottom of the cruci is the part where you rip the toilet paper off and do your thing from there. Okay, so how did I do it that one time? I don't get it. But there's someone out there that in this world who has that very exact contraption. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, we got 8 billion people in the world now. Yeah, I don't know how I replicated that. Or I don't know how I can replicate this, because... yeah, now it's acting normally. But I'm not going to use this as an area for dropping crucies anymore, because... yeah, the cruci would be gone forever. Just where you were positioned last time, it could be an inconsistent bug. I was around this area, and I kind of threw it into this little spot here. Either threw it or I placed it. And it just went through the ground. Which I didn't know that was a thing on this map. I knew it was an issue on Maple and Camp Woodwind and sometimes Prison, but at least you can get your crucies back. But here, it falls through the ground and... oh, there we go. Just happened there. Yeah, there's like something right around here that's causing it. Anyways, we're spending too much time on this. So back to our regularly scheduled programming. We're gonna do our full platinum once again. We'll do medium events once again. Let's go to Edgefield.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
So yeah, be careful when placing crucies there, because you might lose them, and you'll never get them back.
And it looks like they left in a hurry.
Now this map, we shouldn't have to worry about crucies falling through the ground. It's actually been a pretty reliable map for items at least. That's how you don't use the macro, because we were positioned in the wrong spot on the inventory. Sounds can go there. All right, we are ready to go in. We got a Libby Sweeney. Video, photo, cruci. It's doable. All right, here we go. Hello, Bone. Now, what room is that gonna be in? Normal blinks. Normal speed. Thank you for the clipping quiz. Well, I at least got the bone photo, and that was some interesting pathing, to say the least. Coming into my room. Nice. What a nice sound. It's the sound. Rip. Well, it's not a spirit, that's for sure. Spirit is gone. Actually, I don't know about Wraith. It's not a Gala, that's for sure. Not a Myling, not a Raichu. Shouldn't be twins. Honestly, Onryo is kind of unlikely. Ghost photo. Couldn't really sneak the video of that, unfortunately. You're stuck in there, aren't you? I don't know what happened there. I got an event and it kind of messed up the audio there. I got two talking. Nice. Completely flawless system here. Okay, you're not trapped this time. Well, it should at least be laughing. Should not be an Onryo. I do not want another motion. It turned the light on? Or was that like a delayed ability or something? I did not. What? How do you get a motion out of that? Well, this is not great. can't take the dirty water photo because I need a... Well, it doesn't matter because I have a duplicate video again. Okay, so the Grucy was definitely my fault, but the motion sensor, I don't know how that even got picked up. So this one's just a loss. Rip. Had the bone right there and everything. Alright, I don't know what this is. Saying no shade, no Onryo. Probably no to these guys here. Not a Urei. I didn't see a shapeshift. Didn't feel like I was getting stalked. I'm gonna say Jin. It's a yokai. I didn't call it over.
Job's ready for you.
Doesn't matter. Is that another yokai fail? Wow, it's 3 yokais we failed on. Jeez. And it was living room, apparently. Interesting. It was kind of right on the border there. We run it back.
Check the equipment. Get set up before investigating. Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object. Investigate it.
Let's see, we got a Ruth Baker. So all 27 ghosties are on the table. They'll get it next time. We'll see. Yeah, losing to media really shouldn't happen. You are watching, so you will see. Okay, so Ghosty's in the area, nice. Alright, try not to burn all of her smudges in a firelight. Need a photo, cleanse, and cruci. You're not playing blindfolded to your knowledge. Or am I? Nah, I'm not. Although, yeah, just thinking about it, imagine doing all of those challenges completely blindfolded. Like completing all of them. It'd be like a whole other level. Well, I know where you're at. Normal. Wasn't there a challenge where one person played blindfolded and the other had to guide them based on what they saw? Yeah, I know a couple people did it. No, I think Mike did one a while ago. Just don't remember who he did it with. Might have been with like Beppis or something. where you just saw Lee and Leona do it. No, no, I've seen it for sure on Twitch. Yeah, it's definitely been done before. Yeah, I'm sure they've done it. Dang child. That's not a Pulte. Not a yokai. That was a free check. We love getting our free checks in. It's just a test for Galu. Is it a Galu? It's not a Wraith, that's for sure. I mean, if it's Galu, it should be a fairly straightforward game, but also... Gotta be careful because Cruci range is decreased. I'm gonna do what's called a bad idea. Okay, she left. Never mind. Already had solid. My plan was I was gonna test for Galu with the Crucies here. If it spawned inside the room, then it's confirmed Galu. Okay, it's slow. So it would have burned the Cruci anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. You're not getting LOS on me, buddy. Alright, so we got a Galu here. Do I have a Galu on Edgefield? I don't think I do. I have one on Tanglewood, but not on Edgefield here. Okay. Well, that's okay. So that means the Crucies will now have a 6-meter range, because it's the weak Galu. Let's see, Cruci and Own. Motion, Cruci, Salt. We're hunting ghost. Don't need a... Hey, what's it called? This will get a little sketchy here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Galu should be normal speed now. Because I use the crucifix. But sounds are done. Videos are done. Nice. Just bone and then we're out of here. That's a fork. You have to be careful because this is an angry Galu here. Therefore, it will have a shorter cruci range and a shorter cleanse timer. During the hunt, that is. Not hunting yet. You're in the area here. I am not a fan. You're like right on top of me, apparently. Okay, well, I'm going to this bedroom over here. We're just gonna hang out here. I probably could have taken an interaction, but wasn't really worth it. Oh, you're normal now. So it would have been in the calm state then. There's Shabone. Let's go. Get my timers off. Should really be careful. Hi, Slenderman, welcome in. Hello, hello. Actually, it's the weekend state. Close enough. That box is totally clipping into the frame there. Just noticed that. Yeah, I don't think it worked, Inquis. Although we could probably add like a 7TV mode on that. Yeah, Lou. Wonderful.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
That was a 14-minute game. Hit the backspace. Alright, so because we're a sucker for punishment, we're going to Woodwind with medium event frequency.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
I don't see anything.
Here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object. Investigate this, but be careful. You don't know what it's capable of.
Yeah, these items here, they're not in the correct position at all. They look strange. Yeah, especially the tier 1 video camera. It's like, what is going on here? Hold on, I'm gonna try something. I don't know if that's gonna work. Can almost get the eyepiece. Whoa. Oh, no way. Hold on. I just did something. So, I don't know what I did here, but apparently increasing the sensitivity both in-game and on my mouse caused it to where I can no longer pan in the Y direction. How can I show this? So, okay, so my mouse is able to go up and down, but it can't do it. It can't do it in game. Hold on, let me try something else here. Let's see if we can undo it. No, we can't undo it. Yeah, so, this is borked. The only way we could really fix it is by leaving the game. I didn't know this was a thing here. Hold on, I have a controller. Let me try that. Nope. Does not work with controller. Interesting. Well, that's a new thing. What if I invert the y-axis? No. That doesn't work. Auto aim off? Nope. Although, that doesn't really do anything. I think that might be for, like, controllers, but still. Yeah. What if I do this? No. That doesn't work. Hi, Gwen. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Also, did you change your name? You did? Nice. Actually did. I like it. But anyways, we have to reload this, because, yeah, I cannot play without a y-axis. Yeah, if you don't know what's happening, I kind of broke the game here. I kind of cranked my sensitivity way up, both in game and on my mouse, and it got to the point where I'm only able to move in the X direction, the X and Z direction, or the horizontal direction, but I cannot move up and down with the camera. Like, you can kind of see on the overlay here, like I'm going up and down with a mouse, and it's not doing it, but it can go left and right. I didn't know that was an issue until today. But yeah, this will count as a technical reload. This will not count as a game played. I think that's the first time I had to do that this challenge. There we go, we're good. Oh, this is a blood moon, isn't it? Oh, lovely. Well, medium event frequency with blood moon. That's gonna be something. Yeah. Basically, the only time a game doesn't count is if you have, like, technical issues or some kind of extenuating circumstance that is completely out of control or out of your control. So power outages, game-breaking bugs to your disadvantage. Like, it does not count as a game played. Yeah, exactly, Gwen. I just try to light a firelight without a lighter. Nice. But yeah, a bloody moon. So ghosts are gonna be faster. Events are gonna be a little more common. And the temperatures are warmer, which I think that's the biggest issue. Keep telling yourself that we know your Wii mod told you it was a ghost you already had. Getting the alt W's ready. Nah, seriously. Don't cheat in this game. Gets you nowhere. Yeah, there was someone that banned me during the Halloween event. Because I was in Justly's chat. Just lurking. And yeah. All because he got caught using the Wii mods. Yeah, he like banned everybody that was in Justly's chat or in Leona's chat. Yeah, that was my first ban on a channel. All because he got caught with the overlay on screen, which... yeah, that was something. Dude came in your chat mid-event before getting caught cheating. By the way, bragging he passed you on the leaderboard. Ew. Hi. You're right here. Hello, bunny. Yeah, like, that's just weird. Like, being, like, on a leaderboard and then going, like, I don't know, like, number 6 or something, and then being like, haha, I'm higher on the leaderboard than you. Haha. Like, that's cringe. And to make it even worse, you're not even number 1 and you're using cheats. Like, imagine that. Like, failing to get to number 1 even with cheats. Oof. Yeah, it was an overlay thing, Slender. Yeah, he was streaming and there was a giant overlay with Wii mod on it. Imagine cheating for a leaderboard that doesn't matter, right? And the devs don't even give recognition either. Like, they kind of stopped doing it. Yeah, imagine cheating in Fast One to begin with. Exactly. Yeah, not even top 5. Yeah, like, there's no competitive element to this at all. Not, like, that's a valid reason to begin with. But still, cheating in a game like this is just dumb. We only posted about it at the first event where they didn't even give us a leaderboard, so how are we supposed to know? I think they did it the second event as well. But still. A little weird. Anyways, Ghosty's in the area here. Just want to see if I can maybe get like a quick video or something. Oh, maybe that's what the EMF was. It was from the bunny. Actually, that makes a lot more sense. You get bored so quickly cheating in Faz. Yeah. Like, it's just not rewarding. Not rewarding at all. So that is right there. In any game you get bored quickly, but even more so in Faz. Yeah. Every event back then kept saying, send a top 10 t-shirt. Yeah, that'd be cool. Sending some merch to the top 10 on the leaderboard. Imagine cheating at a jigsaw puzzle. That's how you imagine cheating in Faz. That's a good way to put it. It's just weird. Or to get bored playing normally after a while, even on high multipliers. Fair. I mean, we do have challenges that are keeping us busy, but yeah, eventually there will be a point where we just move on. All right, well, I think we should probably get inside here. I was gonna say it's the interactions with other players that really makes it around sometimes. Yeah, the community here is actually pretty good overall. It's definitely one of the better ones on Twitch, that's for sure. Challenges are cool and all, but not a streamer. They also get boring. Fair. Only thing that keeps Faz interesting to you is new Apoc challenges and the people that you met playing it just enjoy talking about the game. Yeah. Yeah, the community as a whole, it's awesome. Imagine cheating in a non-competitive game, right? Public lobbies are a mess now, like more than before. I haven't been in a public lobby in forever, but it really wouldn't surprise me. I have definitely seen my fair share of weird people in the past in public lobbies, but there are a couple of gems in there. Kind of want to do Megapox sometimes, but then remember that it's 10 hours of waiting and flicking switches. Yeah, the light switch simulator. That's always a lot of fun. Let's see, event, photo, and 3 photos. Let's see, smudges are right there. Perfect. A little sad because when it's moving, then Megapog is kind of fun. Kinda. Yeah. Okay, he must have moved, so I'm a little less inclined to say Goryo, because he was over there. I do have my smudge ready, but this is 30-second hunts here. 30 seconds with Blood Moon, which... oh boy, that's gonna be fun. Always walk away from the game for 12 hours to get a Shade Ghost event like Dave did. Yeah, that prison game on Megapoc that Dave had, that was epic. You decided to try again, you'd have to stream. Yeah, go for it. Just gonna ask you something, gonna send you a DM. No worries. Unless that was directed to someone else, then oops. Okay, well, that was just lag. Got it. No worries. Oh, hello. Streaming makes it a lot more fun to play solo. Would never play solo off stream. Fair. Yeah, I don't really play solo much anymore. If I do, I'm like trying to test something. We're kind of just wasting time here. Yes, it is a great streaming game. I'm gonna say no Phantom. Realize that most streamers that do these challenges have a lot of patience. Kind of need it. I mean, you can do like aggressive pushes and all of that, but sometimes it's just not worth it. Fantastic for bug testing as well. Yeah. I know Kinetic's not watching. Alright, here we go. I'm playing casually, like to play 14x-ish because with a nice aggro plays you can do compared to 15x and less waiting, of course. That is true. You have a lot more flexibility when it comes to movements. Especially on a map like Blaisdell. Like, you're just limited completely on that map. Okay, that's awesome. That's a camera. Yeah, Bleasdale upstairs is definitely a pain, but it's at least a little more tolerable. Having the 2 sticks on Makeup Hawk makes you feel so exposed. Yeah, the tier 1 crucies, they're not great. Okay, was that a Polty? Is that like an explosion that I heard? What did I do with my video camera? What's over there? Well, that's not good. If only there was a little room at the top of the stairs to make the map so much better. Yeah, there kind of used to be one, but now that's been kind of removed. Sounds normal. Oh, you're just gonna be inhaling all of my smudges. That's a Polty. Holy. Well, I need a new video camera. And yeah, that's This is bad. Oh, there was one right there. Yeah, certified Camp Woodwood moment. Yep. Honestly, I'm just gonna... That was a shadow. I'm just gonna go into the yellow tent here. Do you prefer Bleasdale or Grafton? Between the two reworked farmhouses, I prefer Grafton over Bleasdale. And that's really only because the hiding is a bit better. You can do a lot more indirect tests. A lot easier than Bleasdale. Especially when you have, like, upstairs ghosts. But yeah, both of them have their drawbacks. Like, they're both pretty dark maps. Bleasdale is a lot darker because, for whatever reason, it's only dark when the breaker is off or broken. But when the breaker's on, it's not bad. Which makes no sense. But yeah, Grafton, you can definitely lose some stuff kind of easily. The bone search is more difficult. But in terms of the old farmhouses, yeah, the old ones I definitely like a bit better. If I had to rank all of them, I'd probably do Old Bleasdale, followed by Old Grafton, followed by New Grafton, followed by New Bleasdale. Because, yeah, Old Bleasdale, you could definitely survive a lot easier than New One. You prefer Bleasdale, Flooring House Love? Oh, wait, I already read that. Also, massive room boundary issues on both. Bleasdale Garden has ghosts just spawn in the attic, and the Grafton attic has ghosts falling through the floor and path back up the stairs. Yep. I have definitely encountered those issues myself in the past. Ghost, you're not a spirit. Attic is so bad on both in general. Yeah, the old one definitely had issues when it comes to figuring out stuff like Ure and Mare on zero evidence. But at least you could get events in the attic. The new one, you can only get events if you're in the big area of the map, or the big area of the attic, which is not good, because there's no hiding in there at all. Like, it's just not usable. I'm gonna go back to White Tent for now. Oh, hello, Bone. Well, does me know is that they have now said they're going to continue making maps as bright as New Tangle, so why not go back and fix the reworks to match? Can't imagine changing the overall lighting of the map is terribly hard. It shouldn't be that difficult, yet Like, there's just so many inconsistencies. I mean, Bleasdale is bright when the breaker is on by default, or when the breaker is on. Grafton is basically dark all the time. And then Nels, it's only really visible if you have your shadow resolution set to very low, which is just so weird. Oh, I used up this cruci. Rip. That's fine. That's your last photo. Wouldn't be surprised if they did something that made it hard to fix. Sounds like a Kinetic Games thing to do. Yep. Okay, so I need like salt, motion, fire, cruci. I think that's what we need. Psych, so if you have your shadow set to very low, then it helps you see a little bit better on certain maps, like Grafton and Nels. But if you have your shadow set to high, then it will make it a little more difficult to see on some of the darker maps. Yeah, these are kind of the video settings that I use. And then my monitor also has some gamma settings built into it as well, which allows me to see a little bit better. And then on the OBS side of things, the filter is slightly different, but it works in a similar way. All right, I'd like to get to the blue tent there. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it this hunt here, unfortunately. So we're just going to stay here for now. Got clapped by pathing in the bathroom. Oh no. Yeah, Point Hope is not a good map for survivability. Especially ever since they made it a medium map, where hunts just last so much longer. Need my sodium. Could at least set weather to whatever I want and still have 15x. Super sensitive to that lighting, and it's not like I can afford to turn down audio super much in this game like is. I mean, you could still change weather, but you're going to be sacrificing like your hunt duration and event frequency. Like, for example, you could set the weather to windy and maintain a 15x reward multiplier. you just won't be able to do like medium hunts or medium events. You could also do random weather and get like sunrise in there every now and then. Even then, it's not the most ideal thing. Would give anything for Point Hope to be a small map again, but I guarantee they'll never change back. Nah, they won't. Because the community was already like, oh, Point Hope should be a medium map. Oh, why do we have to walk up these flights of stairs and we only get $100? And then the monkey paw curls and we get Point Hope that we get today. Yeah, it's just one of those things where you just got to be careful what you wish for. Because it may come back to bite the player. Ghost event, hunting ghost. Point Hope becoming medium did not spark your motivation for challenges again, that's for sure. Yeah. And like, they didn't even consider the fact that like some rooms didn't have doors, and because changing it from a small to a medium map, like it impacts ghost events. Like you just can't get ghost events in certain rooms anymore because there's no door link to it. Which is silly. Like 25% chance that the ghost will spawn in a room without a door. Now, of course, you can still get one-framers in there, but who is out there taking photos of one-framers? Like, the average player base, like, they can't take one-framers as is. Neither can we. We all struggle with normal events as is. And that broken appear state has been in the game for probably a few years at this point. Point Hope needed a special treatment, to be honest. Keep the hunt duration the same. Was that a thing? Yeah, I don't know why events are tied to, like, having a door link to the room. It makes no sense. Yeah, just be ready for the one-framers. That would actually be kind of sick. Just trying to get a one-framer photo. Even sillier that the map is literally the exact same, as just one thing changes in the background and a quarter of the map can't be evented. Yeah, makes no sense. Goryo in kitchen with event objective, GG. Shade anywhere but bottom floor, GG. Very much. Although the one frame ghost event does count towards the ghost event objective at the very least. But even still, you don't get those very often. Imagine hauling items up to the lantern room for 30 minutes just for it to be a shade. Yeah, that would suck. Only hope is for it to change rooms, and that's a rarity on Point Hope on its own. Hey, Ghosty, can you do something? Also, Cruci issues on the top floor too. It won't stop hunts right outside the doors. That's because the balcony counts as the 9th floor. Lantern room top counts as the 10th floor. It makes no sense. Yeah, that's why. That's why whenever the ghost is in bottom lantern room and you're on the balcony, if you have like a flashlight or you call it over with your radio, it comes to you. But if ghost is on top floor, you can do the same things and it won't come to you because it's considered a different floor. Which is absolutely insane. But at least if ghost is on the lantern room bottom, you can still get ghost events on the balcony, but it's so unbelievably scuffed. Should be out of bounds. They have explained some interaction you had recently when you thought it was gone but somehow pinged it. Yeah. Yeah, because balcony and bottom lantern room, they're considered the same floor, and therefore you're kind of in danger when the ghost is in that bottom lantern room. Point Home needs a second entrance at the top. Yeah, imagine if we had a ladder up to the top of the lighthouse that we could actually use. Point Hope is a lost cause. Yeah, it really is. Wish Grafton had a second entrance still. Yeah. I don't know why they had to remove the back door. Like, I used that back door so often when I was doing these Apoc runs. You just hide behind the couch, and you can use that as a peeping spot. I can't do that anymore. Only one door into the house. Yeah, Old Grafton had 2 doors. 2 entrance doors. And Leesdale had like 4. And now it's down to 2. tell Mylings on a different floor, but that's about it. The Mylings are a little different on Point Hope. You can kind of hear the steps are a little softer than normal. But it kind of requires a trained ear for it. Only played Old Grafton for like the first week of you playing the game. Yeah, Old Grafton did have its moments though. Hiding was definitely not the best on that map, but the same could be said about New Grafton in a way. Old Grafton was fine, but also very open. Yeah. Both old and new feel pretty exposed. Yes, some areas are definitely worse than others in each map. Like this New Grafton, I think the front entrance I do prefer over the old map, but what makes the old map better was the back entrance. Because you're basically right in a keeping spot within like 3 seconds. But now you only have the front door. Because before you only had under the stairs and the dining room table. And both of those take some time to get there. But at least New Grafton, I mean, it does take a little bit of time to get to like the boxes or the piano. That just doesn't feel as long. Another thing you found surprisingly hard on both Graftons were Pulties, just because of the sounds of the rooms being kind of open. Interesting. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I never really had an issue with Pulties on Grafton. But yeah, New Grafton does have a lot of tiny objects, and it can be pretty difficult to see. Also, this is medium event frequency with Blood Moon, and I haven't gotten an event in forever. Am I too far, or is this ghost just not giving me a vent at all? Yeah, too far in the middle of Camp Woodwind. I don't want to check on the map explorer here. Just gotta be careful here. Let's see, map explorer, Camp Woodwind. Okay, I'm If it's in Games Tent... Okay, well, there's my events. Sounds are done. Yeah, I just had to do it when I was in the middle of looking at the map explorer. Can't hear anything on the new Grafton. Yeah, the rain is bad on that map. Definitely not great. I could try getting Hunting Ghost for my last video. You have to time it perfectly. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of audio issues on Grafton in its current form. I do have my lighter. All right, time to go now. You didn't get LOS? Oh, that's gonna be an issue. How did you not get LOS? Well, time to cry in the yellow tent now. The spot is weird. Yep. Yeah, I should have gotten LOS there, and I didn't. Now he's probably going to go to my last known location because he saw like a pixel of me at the last possible second. No, he didn't. Okay. We might be okay. We're good. There we go. We got it. That should be a victory. Beautiful. Okay, so Pulte. We got everything.
Welcome back.
There we go, and we got the perfect 9,500 experience with a blood moon. That was 45 minutes. Took way too long. There we go, we got the blood moon. All right. It's time to update the stats. All right, 53. Ridgeview. We had a Shade. And it was in the hallway there. Tanglewood. We had a Raichu. And then Edgefield. We failed. It was a yokai. We were not successful. We were not correct. and it was not a dupe. It was a media fail. And then we had another edge field with a Galu. And that one we won. And then Camp Woodwind, we had a Poltergeist. That's if I can type. And we had a Blood Moon. There we go. Screenshot. And then... save. Where is it? There we go. Replace. All right, to the TV. Oh, Jake, sorry if I missed your message. Did you play when the Asylum map was in the game? I did not. I played January 2023 was when I started. And yeah, that was version 0.8.0.8. That was not the version with custom difficulty. That was the version before. Yeah, 0.7 was custom difficulty and sunny. 0.8 was something else entirely. I just don't remember what it was. It was a version right before Monkey Paw came out. What's your reasoning for Tier 1 video camera? Always been pretty indifferent to all of them after using. So Tier 1 video camera, I wanted a smaller video camera rather than the Tier 3. And really the main reason I use a Tier 1 is because I like how it sounds. It's kind of silly. But the Tier 1 video camera, it records at the same speed as the Tier 2 and the Tier 3. So doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, I kind of use a Tier 1 video camera for that reason. But yeah, here's our stats right now. We are kind of filling up the book as we go, or the matrix, I should say. And yeah, we're getting a little more greens in there. There are some yellows in there, especially with the yokais that I've been completely failing with. But yeah, that's our progress. 47 out of 378. We are on game 58 currently. Yeah, we're getting there.